All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 923 on this beautiful evening. It is a Thursday night. It is the Serious Six. We're going to go over 6 different questions from 6 different exams. We're going to have answers. We're going to have questions. We're going to have content. We're going to have techniques. It's a great night to be on here. We're going to have something for everybody. But first off, my name is Andy. I'm the guy that runs the back office over here at KonaButterflyz. But you're not here for my back office work like Radar O'Reilly. No, you're not. You're here for Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and that Series 7. I think only like maybe 3 people on right now know who that is. Yeah, I can't help it. What year I was born in. I gotta make us older people feel good, you know? Like there's something we're still, you know, we know some stuff. We're always relevant. What you talking about? Shoot. See my kids wearing my stuff that I wore in like the 90s. I'm like, what the heck?
I'm so glad our decade came back.
Yeah, even the haircuts. Anyways, guys, I just want to say this. Look, Thursday evening, we're heading into the weekend. We got a lot of things going on. We got the heat that's out of control for some states. It's just already the thermostat's way up, right? You guys are feeling it. The air conditioner's running. We're trying to go get free air conditioning at the library, right? And by the way, when you're studying, you don't have to stay at home. You don't have to stay at your desk. Mix it up. Look, some of the best parts of like, especially if you're using KonaButterflyz and you're using our system, some of the best parts is that you can go to the beach and you can still go study, right?
Yeah.
Bring some shade, right? Yeah. Be prepared. I mean, I definitely wouldn't put my computer in the sand, but you can figure it out, right? But I'm saying you can do quizzes on your phone. You can do all kinds of stuff. Guys, don't be cemented in your house. Go get fresh air. Be out. If you got to go run your business, go run your business. If you got to get out just because it's too dang hot at home and you want to go get some free AC at the Starbucks or whatever coffee shop or, you know, the library, McDonald's, whatever you got to do. I wasn't going to say McDonald's. Nobody needs to be at McDonald's.
Get sweet tea.
The French fries make you bad. No, nobody needs that sweet tea either. That sweet tea's bad. Not even good sweet tea.
Dude, I told the group the other day, well, McDonald's has free Wi-Fi, but it smells.
I mean, it smells good. I don't need it. You know what I mean? But I'm not hating. I mean, we've all had somebody's eaten McDonald's because seen what their stock's doing. Anyways, all I'm saying is that you gotta get out of the house, make it happen. Yeah. But you got to make it consistent and you just got to do it. Look, without great sacrifice, you're just not going to have great reward. That's it, period. If you can't be persistent and consistent, you're not going to make it happen. It's the end of it. That's it. It's not when I get like a message and sometimes, you know, I'm not pointing my finger at any one particular person, but sometimes people tell me and they give me a text and they're like, hey, there's no pass notice today. And I'm like, okay, well, I didn't even know you were studying. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they know they haven't been studying. They know that they just tried to cram it all in 1 week. They know they didn't follow any plan. They went on their own and they went rogue because they were like, I ain't got time for that. Right? I got 5 quinceañeras in the last 2 months and I had to go to all of them.
You don't get it.
You don't get it. Yeah, I do get it. You can literally be there for the ceremony for about a good hour and then you dip out. You got so many cousins, you know they don't know you're missing. You know what's up. You could literally walk out and nobody even know that you were there. Or you were gone. Guys, there's ways to get around it. There's ways that you can participate but not participate, but you got to pick the things and you got to say no. There's nothing wrong with saying no. They taught us, you know, in school in the 80s, you know, got to say no. You know, Nancy, right? You just say no. I learned it and I say no all the time. My kids are like, why is that your favorite word? I don't know. No. You ask them, what's his favorite word? No. Father's Day's coming up. All the dads know that, right? Go ask dad. No. And then they go ask mom. Yeah, exactly. And then mom changes it up. I'm just saying no. There's nothing wrong with saying no. And Father's Day weekend is this weekend. And I want to say happy Father's Day to all the dads out there trying to make it happen and all the moms that have had to be a father too and making it happen. Look, all the effort you guys put into all your work, all the effort you guys make happen and your kids notice, guess what? They see how the grind works and they're going to do it too. They realize that you got to put work in to succeed, and they see you do it. If you are looking at your kids in the face and telling them they can grow up to be anything they want to be when they grow up, which I hope most of you do, right? What's wrong with you? Dad, how come you at the wheel factory when you had dreams? How come you're working that warehouse instead of doing what you always wanted to grow up to be? Right? Guys, you just have to put in that work and you just have to make it happen. You're going to have to sacrifice. You're just going to have to put in that work and just show them that that's the way to do it. You have to give up on some things to make things happen. I don't know what's going on. All right, everybody. So let's get this thing going. Brandy's going to share the screen here. I wanted to always get you guys prepared for the weekend and make sure that you guys are ready to make it happen, because it is the weekend that most people fall off. They fall off the study wagon. And guys, if you have not been signed up with us and you're not sure, you know, what plan you're doing, join us. Get on there. We got everything. We got content. We've got exam mastery. We've got many ways for you guys to succeed and get this thing done. But it all starts with you scanning that QR code, hitting the link, join in with us. We got a Discord. We got people studying all the time. Check it out. Study guides, we got them. SIE 663. We got something for the 26. We got the 65 coming soon. I'm going to say this: Brandy has been typing every day. Every day. So that 65, we're going to have rough drafts going out to some of our members who are actively studying. That means Brandy sees them in the classes. She knows what's up. They know you know, are in touch with her, and she's going to be sending that out to them. And they're going to have the first couple copies, you know, to not only just go have it, but also to proofread it and go through it
on track.
and make pick this back up. Hey, live. We're live, right?
We are live.
All right, let's go on to what's going on tomorrow. We got Instagram, we got Telegram. Oh, go back 951-290-3077. That's our phone number. Give me a call, give me a text over the weekend, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. All right. We got the SIE Academy happening first tomorrow, and then we're going right into the test prep. All exam members tomorrow. That means any exam and all exams, we want you there. That is where Brandy's going to be giving out that test prep. She's going to go over that mastery. She's going to show you those techniques. She's going to go over some studying. I don't know what she's going to do, but it's going to be good. So make sure to be there. Check your local times there when all the fun starts. And the reminders already went out, so you have the access in your emails already.
Yes.
All right, let's go. All right, Series 6, we're going to start it. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
It's different than Technique Tuesday. Brandy's just going to go through these questions. They're going to be 6 different questions for 6 different exams. She's going to answer them. You know the drill, but take them notes. Do it exactly the way she does it in your studying, guys. We don't do this so that way you can see a magic trick. We're doing this because we want you to start learning it. We teach you the behind the skills, right? Like the behind the scenes. Just like magicians, they're like pulling off these rabbits out, but they're not telling you how they did it. Well, Brandy's trying to show you how they do it.
Yes.
So that way you can do it. So the only way you can do that is practice it. It's not magic. It's just a skill set you need to develop.
Yes. And before I get into this, I do want to say, for people who are new and haven't heard me say this, guys, I'm not a test taker. I was a horrible test taker. If I had to rely on a test, like, you know, like sometimes when you guys go to college, or even like some of my kids' grades, it's a midterm and a final. Like, that's the only grade that matters, right? And guys, those are the classes I either had to retake, to be honest, or I just barely skated with a C. But those classes that, you know, I got to write essays in, dominated, right? So it wasn't like I didn't know content. It was that I didn't know how to take multiple choice tests. I purposely didn't take the SAT when I was in high school because I knew I was going to bomb it. Does that make sense? Super negative attitude, hated taking multiple choice tests, knew I was bad at it. And here I am, guys, teaching you how to pass in arguably the hardest exams out there, teaching you guys how to do the techniques, because if I could find a way to do it, you guys can do it.
Oh, by the way, I forgot in my announcements. I have started a Spotify. There is a KonaButterflyz Spotify right now. I just have the Studying Brew soundtrack up there. I will be adding study music, but more importantly, we will be having some of our course audios over there as well, so you guys can grab them on Spotify. So check us out on Spotify. That will be updated and soon, and we'll have that out this summer. We'll have some audios out there for you guys on Spotify.
Check us out. All right. The coupon rate moves in the opposite direction. The movement depends on the duration of the bond. The coupon rate moves in the same direction. Nothing. It does not change. Now, I do try to, for our members, I do try to pull content that we talk about through the week in all of our live sessions and stuff. So if you guys, we're on, you guys should know this answer when you guys
You're watching this on replay, scan the QR code, join up.
Yeah. So the coupon rate moves, the movement depends, the coupon rate moves or it does not change. Now I have to think, because today's the day that we tie in just a little surface level content. Just a little. And if you guys know anything about debt securities or the bond seesaw, you know that the coupon goes into the triangle, right? Coupon goes into the triangle. Why?
If you don't know, now you know. It doesn't move. It's the fulcrum.
Right? Guys, think about this. Does the interest rates of your loans change?
No, they don't change, hopefully, right? No, seriously. That's why a lot of us, we go out and we notice when the interest rates are really low, right? When loans are, they say interest rates are really low, like 2% interest rate, right? We go out there and we do our big purchases and try to cash in on that low interest rate.
Mm-hmm.
If the interest rates jump up like, they did in the last year or so, is it going to change or did it stay the same? No, I'm locked in.
Locked in.
I signed a contract. I'm locked in that too. They can go up to 20%. Doesn't matter. I'm still in too.
Right? So there you go. Locked in. And that is why, guys, when we talk about the bond seesaw, the coupon rate goes into the triangle. That's why it goes into the triangle.
Coupon equals fixed.
Yeah, you say that. Because it's called the coupon rate, the nominal yield, the stated rate, the fixed rate. It's called so many different things.
But the main thing is look how we tied in real world knowledge into this where you go, oh yeah, that's true. Just remember the concept.
5% of the issuer's common stock. Any 2%, 8%. Now, if I look at this, right? But I see 5, I see 2, and I see 8.
And they're all common stock?
And they are all common stock. Right? So it makes me wonder, we talk about the rights, right? Maintaining proportionate ownership. We talk about being a control person and owning more than 10%. So if I'm looking at this, I go, ooh, 8's the highest number. I don't know what we're talking about because I haven't seen the question yet, but I have those two things: maintain proportionate ownership or 10%. Those are the two things I associate with percentage of stock. Okay. Boom. A non-affiliated 3%, stop.
I know.
Don't look at grammar.
Right. The grammar's bad.
A non-affiliated person owns 3% of an issuer's common stock. This person would be considered a control person if a spouse owns more than 10. 3 plus 8 equals higher than 10.
That's a little bit of common, what do you want to say? Little knowledge on the content.
That is. Just a little bit though, but you guys see what I did.
By the way, can you write that out for the folks at home that weren't paying attention because they were looking at the kid in the stroller? I don't know why they're in a stroller. In the bassinet, looking for another thing of milk.
Okay.
10% means ownership.
Yes. 10% means ownership. 10%.
The things you said, but you didn't write it.
Yes. 10% of stock makes you a control person. And
not ownership, control.
Yeah. And if a spouse, like if Andy owned 8% and I owned 3% because we are a legally married couple, then that,
with our powers combined,
then that makes us over 10%. So we would both be considered control people.
With our powers combined, we are now control people.
We are in control. Okay. So that's huge to know, by the way. Let me circle that. Spouse. Not your girlfriend, not your boyfriend.
Not the dude you've been living with for 10 years and you still haven't put a ring on it.
Charges a commission for the transaction. Maintains inventory. Trades with customers from own inventory. Profits on the spread. Maintain an inventory and trades with customers from own inventory. I feel like this is the same. Right? I'm going to cross you off and cross me. Profits on the spread could be anything.
I think of gambling, to be honest with you.
Interesting. But commission, we tend to think of agents.
Agents get commission.
Right? Or brokers. Right? Agents or brokers. Because real estate. Because why real estate? Real estate doesn't have an inventory. They have a listing, first of all. They don't have an inventory.
You mean they don't have an inventory of houses in their backyard?
No. But car dealerships have an inventory, right?
Yes, they do.
Car dealerships have an inventory. They trade with customers from their inventory. And don't they have this thing called a markup?
Yes, I do.
We've all heard of dealer markup.
Yes.
Right? Okay. All of the following are phrases associated with the broker dealer acting as a principal, except, well, I'm already crossing off B and C because they sound the same. And I related profits on the spread to markup. So that's that. So then that's
just process of elimination, even though you don't know what, if you don't know what A is or what A, how it works with the question. Right? Some of you be like, I don't even know that. Did I know that? I didn't know that. Now you know.
Now you know. And that is in every exam.
That's in every exam.
That is
know that.
Every exam.
You gonna be a principal? Know that.
Yep. You gonna be an advisor?
Know that.
Know that. You are looking at the SIE? Know that.
You're pre-U4?
Know that.
So I'm gonna call people. That's what I'm gonna say what people.
Pre-U4?
Yeah, when people are on the SIE.
Pre-U4.
Pre-U4.
All right. Standard & Poor's rating service.
Yes.
That's the S&P.
It sure is.
The U.S. Treasury Credit Agency. Hold up.
There's a U.S. Treasury Credit Agency?
Huh?
They giving out credit cards from the U.S. Gov?
Can you imagine? That's weird.
Uncle Sam MasterCards?
I guess the government doesn't make enough money. They want to charge interest.
It's coming. I have a feeling it's coming.
Fitch. Now, we have talked about Fitch here on the brew before because somebody said that Fitch is a B word that rhymes with Fitch.
Couldn't say itch.
Yes, you can do that. And then Moody, we talk about Moody being bah. I'm so moody. I'm bah.
So we have three that are, we know that are some sort of like ratings. Right. We've heard of them.
We've heard of.
One, we have no clue what that is.
What? Who are you? All of the following are considered to be major credit rating agencies, except now some of you might see the word credit rating agency.
I'm picking it.
And go, but it says the agency except. You're like, well, the U.S. Treasury Credit Agency, that's up there. But investor services aren't part of those words, right? But we've heard of Moody. We've never heard of B. I mean, oops. I mean, you heard Andy right there go, what? The U.S. has a credit agency? And he's not even studying.
No.
He's probably never heard of Fitch or Moody.
I've heard of Moody.
Oh, you've heard of Moody? But he's probably never heard of Fitch. But
it was in The Big Short.
More than anybody, yes, it was. More than anything, what? The U.S. government has a credit agency? Do you guys see that? That's imploring common sense or logic. Or simply just never heard of.
The Big Short is a good movie to watch over the weekend. Not a kid's movie, but it's a good one.
Once the kids go to bed. Not as bad as Wolf of Wall Street.
Nothing like Wolf of Wall Street. But what is?
But there is a lot of cursing.
There is.
And there is a nudie scene.
There is a strip club scene.
Yes. In the primary market, Securities are sold to the public and the issuer receives the sale proceeds. Primary, issuer receives the proceeds. In the primary market, securities are purchased from and sold to individual investors. If you're in the primary, how are we selling from an investor? That's not primary. That's a used car, right? That's a used car. In the secondary market, all sales proceeds go to the issuer. Well, in a secondary, we just talked about this being used. It's not going not to Toyota. Is that the right way to say it? It's not going to Toyota because it's secondary. It's a used car. I might buy it from CarMax, but Toyota isn't getting that money. In the secondary market, securities transactions cannot take place on an exchange. Okay, hold on. Wait a second. Hold up. Isn't an exchange take two people? Isn't an exchange of goods or services take two people? You can't have two people without an exchange. So isn't the answer A? Right? Now, sometimes, guys, this is the second Kaplan question that I have come across, and I'm not going to say that this is actually happening, but this is the second Kaplan question that I have come across that seems like they're taking Kona language. That it seems like they do. We had the question on Tuesday where it says the everything associated with the buy side of an option except wants the contract to expire. That's Brandy's language. That's Kona language. I say that. That's one of my ways of saying things, right? And in this one, in the primary markets, they're sold to the public and the issuer receives the sale proceeds. I always say that the issuer benefits from the sale.
Right.
Bro, I think there are Kaplan spies in Kona content.
Probably.
Last one. The intended use of proceeds for such corporate actions, including expansion, mergers, or acquisitions. The intended use of proceeds. That's the important part. A statement by the SEC that the offering is neither approved nor disapproved. That's accurate. The list of all investors in the offering. I'm just going to question that. Move on.
Could be a lot.
A history of the business, including any risk to purchasers that may be unique to the business or industry. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
But like you said, like Eric said in the chat, excessive. That's a lot. See, what?
Mm-hmm.
And how do they know? And how do they know?
So Jesse just opened up his Robinhood and he just put some money on it. So they're gonna have to add that to the list.
Yeah, and then because Jesse did that, do they have to reprint a new list and send it out to everybody?
They're like, hold up, throw out the old one. Jesse got on here late and he went ahead and invested. Hold on, we got to update the names.
That a prospectus has to be done for the first 25 days if you're a listed security anyways. So are they printing a new one every day?
No.
That's just weird.
I hope not.
Like, this is just weird.
Wouldn't be a lot of trees left.
Right. So yeah, guys, the answer is C.
Have you seen how big those prospectuses are, guys?
Yeah. Well, yes, I have.
They're big.
They're like 30 pages.
Yeah.
They're insane.
Yeah. Very few people read through those things.
They're like 8-point font. So if you didn't need
You say 8-point? I think they're smaller than that.
They're pretty.
Dude.
And it's Times New Roman, and they use a lot of legal talk.
Yeah. Talk about a snorer.
Dude.
Yeah. If you got nothing else to do.
I think anybody can find anything else to do besides read the prospectus.
Guess I haven't met Eric.
You should make full and fair disclosure. You should make an informed decision.
You should make it an informed decision for sure. And all of you should do that when you make investments. And anybody watching this, informed decisions is what is the best thing to do for anyone and everyone when it comes to investing. You know why?
Why?
There's no guarantees.
That's true.
There's no guarantees, and there's always risk.
Risk. What's the opposite of a guarantee?
There's always risk. Always risk. And that's the business we're in. And that's why all of you have to study the way you have to. And this is why it's so regulated. And that's why these exams mean a lot, because your folks, the people that you will be doing business with, your clientele, Some of them may have worked their entire life, or maybe they're inheriting money that someone worked their entire life to get. Or maybe they're setting something up that someone they're leaving behind needs to help them survive through the last of their years through a trust or some sort of insurance policy that the family puts together for them, right? Guys, it is super important that you know this stuff and you are compliant and you know how this stuff works, because it's an important license. And if things aren't going your way this weekend, you're not getting the scores you're supposed to, or you think you're not getting the scores that you're supposed to. It's all mental. It's all a mindset. Stop it. This is a very advanced, these are very advanced exams in the professional world. They are not supposed to be easy. They're not handing them out. So quit acting like it's a trophy that you get for participating at the local soccer game. It's just not that way. They're not giving you a Capri Sun either. I'm just telling you guys, just keep at it. Keep that positive mental attitude and just know that you're on a process. Trust the process. Stay with the process. Be consistent with it. And when you feel like you don't know and you feel like you need to reach out to somebody, join us on the Discord. Be out there. Ask questions on there. See if anybody can help you out. And we'll see you there. Everybody, members, we'll see you tomorrow. Everybody else, we'll see you on Monday for the Studying Brew. We'll be back on Monday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, everybody stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. And keep that positive mental attitude. And have a great Father's Day.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We super, super appreciate you guys. Don't forget to practice these techniques and the Kona catchphrase in your quizzes tonight and through the weekend. Happy Father's Day, everyone. Have a great weekend.